Welcome back. This is day 2 of my 30 sites in 30 days challenge, where I'm building an entire media network with the help of AI. Yesterday we launched our first site, and today we're talking about something that most people forget. A simple file that tells Google exactly what your site is about, helps it to get indexed faster, and can make the difference between ranking in days instead of months. That file is called a sitemap. Here's the deal. Search engines discover pages by crawling links. But if your site is brand new, it has very few backlinks, meaning that Google may not even know that your pages exist. A sitemap gives Google a roadmap. It lists every important URL and tells crawlers where to go first. Without it, some of your pages may never get indexed. With it, you can get your site showing up in search engine results much faster. And because we're using AI to generate and scale sites so quickly, a sitemap becomes even more important. When you're pumping out pages, you don't want to wait weeks for Google to stumble across them. You want them indexed now. That's where an AI-friendly, auto-updating sitemap is a game changer. Normally, building a sitemap means installing plugins or messing around with XML. I've built a tool called Auto Sitemap Generator. You enter your domain, you click generate, and instantly you've got a sitemap file ready to upload. It's AI friendly, crawl optimized with no fuss. You can then submit it directly in Google Search Console, so Google starts indexing your site straight away. I'm making this tool exclusively available to our school community. The first 20 members get in completely free. After that, it's £20 per month. Inside the community, you'll also get every other tool I'm going to be dropping across this 30-day challenge, from schema generators to backlink tools to full-on automation stacks. So if you want the unfair advantage, the link's in the description. Grab your spot before it fills up. Now, we're going to take a look at how we got on with some of the sites from yesterday. Okay, so here's the Herts Property Maintenance website that I've been working on. So as you can see, it's got a completely different feel and vibe than the other sites that we've been building so far. I quite like it. The quote functionality won't work just yet. We've got all of the services, the service pages are there, but they need some formatting. So the content is basically there for most of it. I'm not sure that all the location pages are. So the location pages for some of the locations are active. There's a bit of tidying up that needs to do, but the basic architecture is here. Now, obviously, what it hasn't done is basically taken the prompt that I gave it around the depth of content that we need to see. It might have done it for St Albans. So yeah, no, it's not basically built it out properly, but we've got the kind of basic cornerstone content there. Basically, for each of these, we're going to end up with a hero image at the top. So that one's progressing nicely. And what I've been working on this morning, which is progressing quite well, is I've done something a little bit cheeky. So I've taken the Shutters website that I showed yesterday, and I basically popped this in. So I copied all the files and said, we've copied the files from Shutters Herts, which is a website focused on shutters in Hertfordshire. It isn't quite completed. Instead, I want you to use the PRD and documentation and amend this to a website about the following. And then I've created an executive summary for Hertfordshire drains, right? So it's given that's all the content that we've given there. I'll help you transform it, and then it's cracking on with it. So this could be a really, really quick way of basically building this out without having, so basically taking the kind of page structure and the content and then building it out incredibly quickly. So yeah, I'm just testing that today. So that's the thing that I'm testing, and we'll see if we can get that one spun out relatively quickly. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of bits going on at the moment. Enjoy Hertfordshire looks like it's taking shape, and here's Herts Property Maintenance. So we're working through some of the errors and the issues that we've got there. So what's actually happened with this? Hertfordshire Drains has stopped for some reason. Oh right, so it's split. I thought this might happen. We've reached the limit with Opus. Obviously we've got 4 different tabs open. Anyway, so that's the update today. Remember, join the school community if you're interested. We're going to be getting, probably what we're going to do, the way we're going to get the sites live is get 3 or 4 at a time and then basically push them to GitHub. And we'll do that live so that you can see that process. We'll push them to GitHub, and then from there we'll put them onto Netlify. And initially they'll have their own domain, and then we'll sync up the domains there. So I've found that that can be quite a quick way of deploying. So you push to GitHub, because the majority of these sites will be very simple HTML sites. They'll upload really quickly. You shouldn't get any compiling errors. And then once you've completed that element, then obviously, yeah, we can move back into pushing them across into Netlify. And then once we're in Netlify, then we can assign the domains to them in there. So we just need to manage the name servers, etc. But yeah, we'll get that get the sitemap generator up in the school community. It might not be today, as I've got various meetings that I need to attend to, but hopefully, yeah, that'll be up there imminently. The link for the school community will be in the description, and we're also having some very interesting discussions with some potential strategic partners on this project. So we could get some really experienced SEO guys to actually get involved in this as well, which could really bring some momentum into both this process and the community. So they've done thousands of sites. Anyway, all very exciting, moving in the right direction, and yeah, hopefully you have a good day. If you are participating in the challenge, do let me know if you have any questions or need any guidance with any of the site building. I'm here to help. As you can tell, I'm not a coder, but you know, we are beginning to solve some of the problems, and we're able to make some pretty good progress with the output that we're able to generate. You know, if we were trying to do this in WordPress, it would literally take hours, so we're able to do it a lot faster. Anyway, all from me today. Day 2 complete. We're working through it. Hopefully we'll have 4 or 5 sites that are ready in the next couple of days, and then we can pop those into GitHub, and then begin to deploy them. And as they begin to deploy on Netlify, I'll share the links so that you can see them and play around with the sites and see what you think, identify any potential problems or anything that I missed. And then, yeah, you know, so we're looking for valid feedback of users as well. But hopefully you can see the kind of sense of direction and the progress that we're taking, and it's all looking pretty positive. Have a great day.